Hi everyone. Today we are going to solve another lead code question. Question number 1481. Least number of unique integers after k removals. The question says, given an array of integer array and an integer k, find the least number of unique integers after removing exactly k elements. Okay, so there are multiple ways of solving this question. One of them is making a array of the frequencies of the elements. I mean, first off, we need to make a array of counts of each element. So how can we do that? So for that, what I mean is we need to make an array, a 2D array, in which the first element will contain the frequency f and the second element will contain the element itself. The element, let's call it a. Okay, so for each a the frequency is going to be something. Yeah, so for here 5 has a frequency of 2 and 5 here, and 4 has a frequency of 1. So yeah, so this will be our count array, and after doing this we will be sorting this array in ascending order. So first, using the frequency. So let's do that for this case also. Okay, so for this test case, the count of frequency of 4 is going to be 1, the count of 3 is 3, the count of 1 is 2, and the count of 2 is 1, right? So here, if we sort this part, the frequency part, if we sort this list using the frequency in ascending order, then we will be having something like this: 1 1 2 3, right? And 1 can be either 4 or either 2, anyone in any order. And in the place of 2 we are going to be putting 1. Now we're going to be putting 3. So after sorting we will be having this array, right? And what we have to do is we just have to remove the first k elements from the top. So here the value of k is 3, so we'll be removing 1 2 and 3 from here. So at the end we'll be having 2 elements left. So if we do it like this, we'll be having our answer in no time, in less time. So let's jump to the code. First off, I'm gonna be making a list which will contain the counts of each element. Okay, so for that I'll be first making a dictionary. That will be a default dict. And for those of you who don't know what a default dict is, yeah, so what a default dict does is, if I try to access an element which is not present inside the dict, it returns us the value of this value which we put here, right? In this case, let's return 0. Yeah, so let's return dc of 1. So if I try to access a key which is 1, which is not present in the text, then it will be returning 0 here. Let's call it 12. So it will be returning 12 here, the default value. You see here we get 12. So this helps us, this makes our work easier. So yeah, this is what default tick does. Now let's jump to the for loop. For a in array, for each a in array, we'll be incrementing the value of that particular key in the dictionary with a with 1. So at this position we'll be having a dictionary which contains all the frequencies of all the elements in key value pairs. So just to show you guys, I'm gonna be printing the dictionary. So yeah, I'm gonna be printing the dictionary here. Yeah, so you can see, don't look here, just view this one, this part. So you see the count of, sorry, yeah. So for this case, I don't know why it shows 13 and 14 here. Might be some issue. Okay, how about one? Okay, so yeah, uh, we have to do it 0. We forgot to do 0 here, and yeah, so that was the issue. Now let's see. Yeah, so this dictionary now contains the count, I mean this array. For this case, as you can see, 4, the count of 4 is 1, the count of 3 is 3, the count of 1 is 2, right? So count of 2 is 1. So now we have a dictionary, but now we cannot sort the dictionary, right? So we have to, convert the dictionary into a 2D array, which is this one, like this, in which the first place will be containing the frequency, in the second place will be containing the element, or you can say the key. Okay, so let's declare an array2. Okay, and for each a in the DC, for each key in the DC, let's call it key. For each key in dictionary, the array 2 dot append the frequency, right? So DC or frequency, I mean key, the frequency, and the key itself. So now we'll be having an array which will contain key, I mean frequency and key. So you can see our array here for this case also. Now if we sort this array using the key, as the first element as a key. So in this case, the array is going to be sorted using the first element as the key for sorting. So while sorting, the algorithm will be only checking the first element of the list inside the list we are trying to sort. Okay, so what this will give us, you can see what this is giving us. So this is giving us sorted form. For this test case as well, the array has been sorted using the frequency, so the least ones come first. And now we're gonna be counting the elements which have a frequency, I mean after removing k elements from the top, how many elements have a frequency which is greater than 1, which is greater than 1. So okay, so how can we do that? So first off, we're gonna be declaring a variable that is going to be k equals to 0, and the k will be storing the values of all the element whose frequency got 0. Okay, so and for for a in array 2, let's call it array 2, and if a 0, and that means the frequency of that particular element, I mean this is is less than or equals to a, then a of 0 will be equals to 0, and k, I'm so sorry, this should be done at the beginning, k minus equals to a of 0, right? No, it's not, it should not be k, it should be, okay, I'm so sorry, I should be declared another variable. Let's call it sacrifice or dead. So yeah, let's call it dead. If this is less than k, that means we still have moves to make. So yeah, now it's all right. Yeah, so if a of 0 is less than k, that means we can remove those all elements of a, I mean all a's from that list. If our moves are greater than the count of that means we have removed all the elements of k of a, and we can, that means that this element, the current element, is dead, because all the occurrings of the element are removed from the list. That means it is dead. So count of dead will be increased, right? And if we find that our k is equals to 0 in any case, then we'll be simply breaking. You don't need to keep the for loop going. We can break the for loop. And what do we need to return? We need to return the length of 2 array 2 minus the elements which are dead. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Now let's try to run it, see if we get an answer. I'm so sorry, it should have been like this, and it should have been like something return, right? Should be return. Now let's try and run it. Yeah, as you can see, we are getting accepted for the first two test cases. We'll just be removing these print statements. Any more print statements? Yeah, removed all the print statements. Now let's try and submit it. And we have a successful submission, and a good one as well. I hope you guys understood. Thank you for watching.